Sometime last week, Typhoon Prepparoon decided to roll around and hang out for a couple of days. As you can imagine, this wasn't great for our schedule. So instead, I'm taking you along on a surprise trip that we went on the week before when Mama brought me to a light show. When I recruited one of the interns to assist me on a research project. Now, today we'll actually be staying within the city of Hanoi, but we'll be going to its southeastmost point, where there are some kind of strange new urban developments that have gone up. While Eco Park for sure, and probably the ocean parks will get their own episodes later, that's not really the purpose of this episode. Because while the light show was amazing, we didn't really bring the correct equipment to film it. I'll still show some more of it for you later, but really today is about checking out the city, watching it go by, enjoying the blue skies, sunshine, and no typhoon. So for now, just sit back, listen to some nice beats, and watch the city go by as we drive through. And remember to soak up as much of that blue sky as you can when you have it. Now it might sound a little silly coming from me, seeing as I refuse to wear the helmet that the interns got me, but make sure to wear your helmets, kids. If you're ever heading north or east out of the city or towards the outer edges, you're gonna need to take one of the big bridges. There are plenty of options, but these two are what are in our interest today. Our choices are gonna be between Ko Ving Tui or Ko Tang Chi, with Ko meaning bridge. We decided on Ving Tui for this trip because Tang Chi Bridge is absolutely enormous and terrifying, while Ving Tui is only really big and kind of sketchy. So watch out, as there are multiple other roads that merge onto the bridge at different times. But I'm not a huge fan of heights, so as you can see, I had to shield my eyes a little. And they say curiosity killed the cat, but it didn't get me, so I had to take a little peek over the edge. It's kind of tough to see through the guardrails of the bridge, but there is actually a really nice view of the river and the banks. Oh, and sick irrigation channels, dog. But in no time, we were over the bridge and east of the Red River. After driving a little further east, hang a right and travel a ways further south. While these are technically urban developments happening within the city limits of Hanoi, the spaces between them are far from urban. But they've got these fake trees, and I gotta wonder if they're as good to pee on as the regular ones. And another thing to be wary of out here is that the map will lead you into some crazy head-on intersections, so be careful. Pass under this bridge, you can see that big blue thing over there. That's the sign that we've made it to Ocean Park 2. One side of the development is made to look like a place in Italy, and the other side of the development is made to look like it's a place in Seoul. It's a crazy place. One day we'll do an episode all about it. But that bridge up there is where we are slated to meet the others. This big fancy footbridge connects the eastern side city square with the western side city square. So find a spot for a park job, and if it's up to par, then attack on foot. And with that, here we are, Ocean Park, or Ocean City. Either way, success. If you ever come here, just take some time to really absorb the spectacle of the place. It's a lot, but it's really quite neat. If you take the bus to get out here, it's no problem, but if you're riding your own bike, you'll probably want to come out during the daytime, especially if you're new to the city and taking a bike. Definitely drive during the day. And as that's what we had decided to do, we needed to pick a spot to post up, hang out for a little while, and wait for night to fall. As maybe you can guess, light shows are best at night. And if you can hear those thunder cracks in the voice recording, our apologies, but remember, typhoon and all. Once night hit, we gathered up along with everyone else at the side of the canal to watch the show. At first, it started with a little bit of a dance show and some pageantry about piracy, I imagine? I'm not quite sure yet. And I must admit that while I'm usually not much of a gaudy entertainment dog, this is a lot of fun to watch. There were blue lights and purple lights and yellow lights, and there were even red lights with all sorts of water spraying all over the place. It was rad. And as the performers end out the night by jamming out, we'll do the same and end out our night by jamming out. So thanks to all of you who joined us for this little mini session, and make sure that you join us next week, as we'll be bringing you a special installment of Mandu, the tour guide dog. Later.